It was a warm Saturday afternoon when my wife, Emma, decided to take a walk around our quiet neighborhood. She'd barely made it past the corner when a black SUV rolled up, flashing a set of fake red and blue lights. Out stepped two men in cheap tactical gear, with HOA enforcement patches sewn onto their vests. They weren't police, just wannabe bullies who thought they could intimidate anyone who didn't bow to the neighborhood's self-proclaimed rules. One of them strutted up and barked, "You're violating HOA policy by walking outside without clearance. Show me your ID." Emma, stunned, asked who they thought they were. That's when one of the men snapped. He shoved her, then slapped her across the face, leaving a red mark on her cheek. She stumbled back, clutching her face, as neighbors froze in shock. What those imposters didn't know was that Emma's husband, me, had spent 12 years as a Navy SEAL. I had just returned from a deployment overseas, and I was standing on the porch when I saw the entire thing unfold. In that instant, all my training, all my discipline locked into place. I sprinted across the yard before they even realized what was happening. The first fake cop tried to square up, but he didn't last 3 seconds. I blocked his swing, drove my elbow into his ribs, and dropped him with a single strike. His buddy fumbled for a baton, but I twisted it from his hands and flipped him flat on his back. Both men lay groaning on the pavement, their arrogance shattered along with their fake badges. By then, real neighbors had gathered, phones recording the chaos. Emma, though shaken, managed to smile when I pulled her into my arms. I dialed the actual police, who arrived minutes later. The officers took one look at the fake uniforms and laughed in disbelief. Those men weren't just trespassing, they were guilty of assault, impersonating law enforcement, and conspiracy. They were hauled off in handcuffs, their little HOA police scheme over for good. The neighborhood has never been the same since. Real accountability took root, and the HOA board, embarrassed by what they'd enabled, had no choice but to clean up their act. As for me, I don't go looking for fights, but I'll always protect my family with everything I have. The lesson? Never mistake silence for weakness. Because when you lay a hand on the wrong person's loved one, you might just find out they've got a Navy SEAL watching their back.